What's up, guys? Happy Friday, TGIF. Thanks for showing up to the DFS 5 pack. This really isn't going to be about sports advice. You can probably tell by the title of the video. I just kind of woke up this morning and just kind of watching my wife go off to work, heading off to a job that, she's not really challenged by. So it can be hard to go off to a job every day that, you're not in love with. And I'm sure the vast majority of you watching this are probably in a real similar situation. And it just kind of reminded me how, I guess, fortunate, lucky, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like some days that I get to do this for a living, that I get to talk about fantasy sports, that I get to watch sports all night long and give you guys my opinion. So if I miss anyone individually that deserves some accolades, I do apologize, but I just wanted to extend some actual, some individual thank yous, some group thank yous to you guys. Really, it's everybody out there watching this and all of my paying customers and things like that that have made this possible. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am. And I say it all the time, but I just want to continue to reiterate it because really, I feel like I'm kind of living the dream a little bit over here. And it has taken a lot of hard work on my end, but if it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So I want to give a few shout outs, a few thank yous. Before hopping into that, guys, just a reminder to a few of you. If you've been following this for a long time and if you've considered becoming a part of the 5 pack family, guys, I just threw up an annual sale. So normally annual pricing is 200, and that will cover a full calendar year of baseball, basketball, and football. We're running a pre-NBA sale. NBA starts in a couple days, so it's $25 off the 200, only 175. It's up there if you're interested. Anyway, so individually, who are some of the people I would like to thank? Now, I'm going to start with my loving wife. Why? Even though I know she'll never watch this video because she never watches anything that I do, it's taken a lot of, I guess, strength, understanding on her end in order to let me do this. It's not an easy move to make when you have 2 kids, you have 2 car payments that are both almost done, which is nice. When you have a mortgage and all those things, she'll take the kids out and stuff like that when I'm trying to get research done on Saturdays and Sundays. So thank you, hon. Appreciate it. I know you're not watching this, but I figured I'd probably throw you first just in case, just to be on the safe side on my end. All right, next up, all my paying customers, guys. You're the reason I can do this for a living. As much as I enjoy doing the YouTube videos, I can assure you that I make next to nothing off of these. It's not a big enough group of people to watch them. Unless you are maybe a Roto Grinders or a Fantasy Labs and have that many views per day, it's really not much in the way of money you get for your ad revenue. You need to get a lot more views, and with our cycle being so short and just such a small percentage of people that play the sport, you're never really going to get to make a living off of just doing YouTube videos unless you are the absolute top people. So, to all my paying customers out there, and this goes from people who are current monthly customers to you guys who bought in with nothing more than a promise and a hope. A couple of years ago when we did really cheap pricing for lifetime pricing, helped me build up my base. For every single one of you, sincerely, sincerely, sincerely appreciated. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad you continue to spend your hard-earned money here. I can't tell you, how much it helps. Next up, all of you guys who do watch this, even if you aren't a paying customer, if you support me by watching these YouTube videos, like at least 80% of my new customers come from people who watch this or at least have heard about the YouTube podcast, for example. So even if you guys don't pay to be members of the 5 pack, but you watch this on a continual basis, your views, your thumbs up, your retweets, your likes, all that stuff does help me spread around social media. So again, thank you very much. It does help me out a ton. Quick little shout out to my parents. Now, there are a lot of parents, if they look at their kids with young children at home and things like that, probably wouldn't be very supportive of something like this. My parents have been. And maybe that comes easier for like my dad. He was about my age when he started his own business. He had been a professor for about 15 years and just really didn't like his new boss, the guy who ran the university. So he went out and started his own business instead of teaching business. So he could be a little bit understanding over there. But even going back to like the day, like when I was playing poker a lot and he was seeing how much I was winning and he knew how much money I made doing my job. And he was the one asking me, why are you even working if you're much more successful over here? So having that kind of support is a big help. So there is that. A few individual accolades just to toss out. Landon Taylor, you built the website, the DFS 5 pack, and have helped me with a lot of this stuff. I haven't been able to give you as much financial compensation as I would like to. Baseball's been, is a little bit slower, but for what we have done and we continue to build together, thanks for taking the chance and spending the time doing this. And we will continue to increase things and make things better. And just thank you for all the help. To my new business partner, Matt Bellman, it is nice being in this with somebody else. It is nice to get a little bit of my life back, so I'm not stuck at home typing all day Saturday and Sunday and covering everything by my own. Really excited to see how this thing continues to move forward. So we'll continue to push it, and thanks for persistently bugging me until I allowed you to come on. I've had a lot of people reach out to me over the years who wanted to, help or be part of this, but you were willing to really push it and want to be part of it, and excited to see where this thing goes. A few other guys, Christian Logan, Devin Scott, Brad Christensen, Greg Hughes. There's a lot of you guys who have helped me admin these Facebook groups that just take time just to put your opinions out there for free. Uh, it's awesome. I don't pay you anything. It's not an agreement. You're not required to do anything, but you do take time out of your busy day to share DFS opinions. You guys have all won GPP, so you know what it's all about. So again, much appreciated from you guys. Keep up all the hard work. It helps our Facebook communities be better when we have guys like that take time out of their day to, make sure we're all getting along, to share their opinions, to tell, I read this here and it seems like a good idea. A few other people, Giuseppe, IT Express, Frankie Newton, a few other you guys who will always like my stuff all over Twitter and Facebook. That also continues to help spread me around. It really does help. So big thank you there. And then to any of you guys, I'm just thinking of like some like the long-term customers like Nick Ryan or Takesha, John Young, Andy Smith, and a few other you guys. And there's plenty more of you. I'm definitely missing some people. To you guys who always have a kind word, even every once in a while when we do get into a little bit of a slump, and those will happen in DFS, I got plenty of support out there. So when I'm trying to go to bed at night and not happy that, maybe we've lost 3-4 days in a row or something like that, you remind me of the good times, because there's been plenty of good times as well. But it's easy to forget those if you do get into some of those little mini slumps. So I'll be honest, guys. This has been a few years now. I can't remember exactly when we got started, but I never really expected that a guy who just decided to just knew nothing about Twitter. I had no social media training. I knew nothing about YouTube, nothing about web design. I really taught DFS to myself without anybody else really reading much advice or anything like that. Never really thought that a couple years later, we'd have between 500 and 1,000 paying customers, and that things would be going as well as they are. And I have nobody to thank but you guys. So it's been awesome. I can't say it enough. Thanks for the support. And I guess if anybody wants to take anything out of this, there's no reason I can do this and you guys couldn't do this. And what I mean by that is whatever it is that you love out of life, that you enjoy doing, especially for you younger people who this could be a little bit easier for you, maybe if you don't have kids yet, there's something you like, take a run at it. If you have a passion in life, make your life about that passion, find a way to monetize it. And if you really, really enjoy something like this, you might have to be poor for a little bit, but you can find a way to make that your living. You just got to do it. And I guess I can take what I got out of about 15 years of doing sales prior to doing this. And I would meet new sales reps all the time, some good, some bad. And a lot of people who never really got going, it just came from they would procrastinate just doing it. You know what I mean? They'd spend all their time prepping, anything not to just get out and actually do the work that it requires to grow. So if you guys can take anything out of what I did, I just started doing it. I was sitting around. I had a couple of days off of work, and I said, you know what? I don't know how to make a web page, but I guess I can figure out how to put opinions out there on YouTube. And I just started doing it, and just kind of took off from there. I didn't have any training. There was no grand scheme or anything like that. I was learning on the fly the whole way I did this, but thanks to the support to you guys, we've really been able to grow. So that's that. Wanted to extend my thank yous. Wanted to do an individual video just to kind of talk about. Appreciate all the support from you guys. From the few of you guys who send in tips, I got 2 kids and all the stuff that goes along with it. So every little bit helps, and it couldn't be more appreciated. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Let's pounce on football this weekend. We got NBA coming up soon, so I'm sure lots of us are excited about that. I know the vast majority of the DFS public doesn't love MLB DFS baseball just because they don't love baseball as much. That in baseball it's just a little bit harder than the other games because you can hit the ball well and it can be an out, for example, whereas we got basketball coming up soon, so I know a lot of us are really pumped for that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.